Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina urges countrymen not to be misguided by any rumor or falsehood. Eid al-Adha on August 22nd as Zilhaj moon sighted in country today. People chase BNP out of political arena as party tried to capitalize Safe Road movement still did it, comments Obaidul Qadir. BNP Khalida Jamaat nexus must be banished from state power to safeguard Bangladesh, says Information Minister. 271 colleges nationalized across country from August 8th. Minority Arabs demonstrate in Tel Aviv denouncing controversial Jewish state law of Israel. And Bangladesh face Nepal tomorrow to qualify for semi-final in SAF Under-15 women's football. Assalamu alaikum. This is Tasnuwa Taslim welcoming you to News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Center.
And I am Imtiaz Ahmed Siddiqui welcoming you once again. Just heard the headlines, moving on to the details of those and other stories. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina laid the foundation stone of an underpass near Shohid Ramizuddin School and College on Dhaka Airport Road, urging all government officials to discharge their duties sincerely as expectation of the posterities. Addressing the foundation stone laying ceremony on Shohid Ramizuddin School and College premises, the Premier said everybody, including drivers and helpers, must abide by the traffic rules. Adding all city buses should ply in lines without overtaking, she said, otherwise instant action should be taken against the lawbreakers. Sheikh Hasina said the accident in front of the Shohid Ramizuddin School and College was a complete fault of the driver, which is unpardonable. The driver responsible for death of 2 students would never be spared and the victims' families would get proper justice, the Prime Minister said. Sheikh Hasina said the government has framed the Road Transport Act after consultation with all concerned parties. The law will be passed in the next session of the Parliament, she said. Sheikh Hasina said her government has established Digital Bangladesh, allowing every people to have cell phone and enjoy the 4G facilities. But many people, even some elderly ones, are using the technology with evil mind. The Prime Minister urged the countrymen not to pay heed to the rumours and verify the correctness of information before expressing their reaction. Digital Bangladesh was established to help the people acquire modern education and technology, not for spreading falsehood or rumours, she said. Road Transport and Bridges Minister Obaidul Qadir, Education Minister Nur Islam Nahid, Chief of Army Staff General Aziz Ahmed spoke among others on the occasion. The 16th joint meeting of the governing body of the National Defence College NDC and Defence Services Command and Staff College DSCSC was held at the Prime Minister's office at Armed Forces Division in Dhaka Cantonment today. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, chairperson of the NDC and DSCSC, presided over the meeting. The Prime Minister in her speech expressed satisfaction over the development and progress of the 2 prestigious institutions of the armed forces and expressed gratitude to the members of the Governing Council for their special role for development and progress of the institutions. The Prime Minister also thanked the authorities of the institutions for arranging time-befitting training for officers, asking them to continue the process in future. She gave them instruction for creating knowledgeable military and civil leadership and ensuring optimum utilization of the national resources The Prime Minister said her government has formulated Armed Forces Goal 2030 in light of the defence policy framed by Father of the Nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and is continuing its efforts for development and modernisation of the armed forces. Prime Minister's Security Advisor Major General Retired Tariq Ahmed Siddiqui, Chiefs of 3 services, Principal Staff Officer of the Armed Forces Division, Secretaries of the Public Administration Ministry, Finance Division, Defence Ministry, Foreign Ministry, Secondary and Higher Education Division of the Educational Ministry and Vice Chancellors of the Dhaka University and Jahangirnagar University were present.
The Holy Eid al-Adha, the second biggest religious festival of the Muslims, will be celebrated across the country on August 22nd, Wednesday, with due solemnity and religious fervour. The National Moon Sighting Committee came up with the decision at a meeting held at the National Mosque Baitul Mukarram in the capital, since the moon of the holy month Zilhajj was sighted today in the sky of Bangladesh. Religious Affairs Minister and Committee Chairman Principal Motur Rahman presided over the meeting. Commerce Minister Tufal Ahmed has said the next general election would be held as per the constitution and hoped that BNP and all political parties would take part in it. The minister told this to the journalists after a meeting with Chinese Ambassador Zhang Zuo at his Secretariat office today. Tufal Ahmed said Bangladesh is waiting for Chinese consent to enjoy duty-free and quota-free market access on 97% tariff lines in China, and for this, Bangladesh already sent a letter of exchange to China as per World Trade Organization's decision. Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir has said people chased BNP out of political arena as the party wanted to capitalize Safe Road movement stillily. He said this while speaking at a discussion marking National Mourning Day organized by Shadhinota Chikitsak Porishad Sachib at Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University Auditorium today. Organization's President Professor Dr. M. Iqbal Arsalan chaired the occasion, while Sachib General Secretary Professor Dr. M. A. Aziz, Awami League Organizing Secretary Inamul Haq Shamim, Health and Population Affairs Secretary Rokia Sultana, former advisor to the Prime Minister Professor Dr. Said Mudassar Ali, former Health Minister AFM Ruhul Haq and Bangabandhu Medical University Vice Chancellor Dr. Konok Kanti Burwa spoke among others. Obaidul Qadir said Awami League has no scope to keep working in relation with entities that observe Paul's birth anniversary on the 15th of August. He said BNP over the last 9 years has proved that no movement depends on any specific date or time. The Awami League General Secretary said rudeness is political decoration of BNP and their politics is that of conflict.
Information Minister Hasanul Haq Inu has said BNP Jamaat Alliance along with its leader Khaleda Zia have to be driven out from politics for ensuring security of the country. He said Bangabandhu's height of image would not be hampered at all by any kind of criticism. The Information Minister said this while addressing a function at Bangladesh Betar Khulna Center today. The function was organized marking inauguration of a statue of Father of the Nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman at Khulna Betar office premises. Director General of Bangladesh Betar, Narayan Chandra Shil, chaired the function, which was also addressed by State Minister for Information, Advocate Tarana Halim, Mizanur Rahman Mizan MP, and Information Secretary Abdul Malik. Tarana Halim said every leader and worker of Awami League will become a Priti Lota and Colonel Jamil if any quarters try to create another 15th August. Hasanul Haq Inu said nobody will be given a chance to take the country backward from the present position attained with the visionary leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. The government has nationalized 271 private colleges across the country. The Education Ministry issued an order in this regard today. The order came into effect from August 8. With this, the number of government colleges in the country stood at 598. Government has a pledge to establish at least one government college at every upazila in the country. As part of the pledge, nationalization process of colleges started in 2016. The International Crimes Tribunal ICT1 tomorrow will pronounce its judgment in 5 cases over crimes against humanity. The 3-member tribunal, led by Justice Muhammad Shaheenur Islam, set the date through a short order this morning. The 5 accused are Ishaq Shikdar, Abdul Ghani Haladar, Abdul Awal alias Maulvi Awal, Abdul Sattar Piada and Sulaiman Ridha. All the accused are behind the bars and are supposed to be produced before the tribunal tomorrow. The ICT1 on May 30 kept the date of judgment on Cape as the hearing of the case came to an end on that day.
Moving on to international news. Tens of thousands of people, including Jews and Arabs, rallied in the Israeli city of Tel Aviv to protest the country's controversial Jewish state law. The protesters marched through the streets of the city on Saturday night, calling for the law's cancellation. Passed last month, the divisive law officially affirms Israel's Jewish character. Critics say it turns non-Jewish citizens of the country into second-class citizens, further marginalizing some 1.8 million Palestinians with Israeli citizenship and other minorities. Torrential rains and landslides in the southern Indian state of Kerala have killed at least 37 people. More than 30,000 people have been evacuated from villages in low-lying areas and moved to relief camps led by the government. Local media reported that as many as 60 tourists, several of them being foreigners, had become stranded at a private resort in Idukki and were later rescued by the army. U.S. space agency NASA has launched its mission to send a satellite closer to the sun than any before. The Parker Solar Probe rocket lifted off from Cape Canaveral, Florida. The probe is set to become the fastest-moving man-made object in history. Its data promises to crack long-standing mysteries about the sun's behavior.
And now, news on sports. Bangladesh Under-15 team will face Nepal in the SAF Under-15 Women Football Championship tomorrow in Bhutan. The match will start at 7 p.m. Bangladesh Standard Time at Changlimithan Stadium. Earlier, Bangladesh beat Pakistan by 14-0 in their first match. Besides, India will take on host Bhutan at 4 p.m. Bangladesh Standard Time in the first match of the day tomorrow. To end the bulletin, headlines once again. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina urges countrymen not to be misguided by any rumor or falsehood. Eid al-Adha on August 22 as Zilhaj moon sighted in the country today. People chased BNP out of political arena as party tried to capitalize Safe Road movement stealthily, comments Ubaidul Qadir. BNP Khalida Jamaat nexus must be banished from state power to safeguard Bangladesh, says Information Minister. 271 colleges nationalized across the country from August 8. Minority Arabs demonstrate in Tel Aviv denouncing controversial Jewish state law of Israel. and Bangladesh face Nepal tomorrow to qualify for semi-final in SAF Under-15 women's football.
That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us and we invite you to watch our 11:30 Bangla News. Till then,